All right, so now let's get started on turning this image into a mosaic. So how do you do that? Well, first of all, you have to understand the difference between in some tools. This pointer tool, the select tool, you want to remember where it is because you want to make sure you can go back to it. That's kind of, it's your important reset tool. It's the one that will, when you click on whatever it is you want, it moves it around. So remember, we have a background set and then we have a picture in front of it. So in order to get the background to come through, the tool you want to use, or to turn this into a mosaic and have that black background come through like a grout, the tool you want to use is over here. You might see the line, but that's not the tool you want. See this little drop down next to it? You want to open that up and you want to go down to the polyline tool. The polyline tool is your shape maker tool. It can make any shape you want to make. It can make geometric shapes if you want, but basically it's a freeform shape maker and it's crazy and it can be really frustrating. It takes a little bit of practice to use it. Did I make a mess there? Kinda. So let me go backwards, delete the whole thing. What I also want you to pay attention to is that if you have to make shapes around everything here, you might feel it's too small, like you need to zoom in on it. So what you want to do is go to the zoom over here. The drop down will jump it up ahead for you. So let's jump it up ahead to 200. The magnifying glass, if you click on any area, like the tag with the magnifying glass, it will zoom that back up right into that area for you. So now I'm going to back out a little bit. And I think what I want to demonstrate on is these shapes on the pillow here. So I'm going to start by getting the polyline tool and start in, you'll get the hang of this, start in one area, and every time you click, it sort of stabilizes it. See, look, wow, 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 wow. It's suspended from the last place that you clicked. So every time you click, it's like it hammers it down in spot. So if I want to go around bends, I have to do a lot of clicking to go around curves. Okay, oops, I went out the edge there. Now, one thing you have to be careful of is if you get too close to the line again, it will stick. See that? So you want to be careful not to do that. And sometimes it'll close it up for you again. And if it does that, there's really nothing you can do but to start over. So it takes a little bit of practice. So let me go back to the shape again. But with mosaics, remember, you can create as many stones or tiles as you want. So I don't actually have to go around this whole shape if I don't want to. I can do it in sections. So let me turn this into 2 or 3 sections here. Because remember, it would be as if a tile maker or a mosaic maker was setting stones into a grout. So this is actually going to be 3 pieces that I'm going to make of that shape in the pillow. Now, it is making it a light blue with a black line. I don't want it to be that. I want it to be more just plain white like the pillow. So remember, you go to your select button. So the last thing that I selected will pop up. To change the color, I go to the paint bucket to dump it in. And here's all the colors I can pick from. So I'm going to go to like a light gray. Now, what do I do with that outline there? Well, go to the tool next to it and select the light gray there. That's the outline tool. So I'm going to do the same, select and fix that. Select, boom, boom, go here, dump in the color I want, dump in the line I want. Did I do that all right? Okay. Now, let me do the background a little bit. you want to leave space in between. See the space in between there? Because remember your background is black, and eventually you're going to want that grout to show through. Change that again, change that again. Oops, change this. Ah, if this happens to you, see how it gets sticky there sometimes? You're like, wait, what's happening? Go to the select tool. That clears it, don't panic. I'm going to select this again. I'm going to dump in the correct color, dump in the correct line. All right, let me zoom back out so you get the gist of what I'm doing here. Okay, oh, you know what? Hang on, I'm going to zoom back in. My glass, come back in. These really should be orange. So let me change, too far. Let me change the color of those. Select, paint, and change it to orange. Change the line to orange. This one, orange, line, orange. All right, now let me go back out. All right. This is fun. You're going to start building in all these shapes. You're going to start going around everything and building your mosaic. How do you know if you're on track? Take your select tool, click on the photo. Now, do this in one step. Hit delete. Now you can start to see what's being built. Then go to the backspace and it'll put it back as it is. Don't do anything else. You can fix it, but it'll be a headache, okay? So if you're clicking on the photo, hit delete, and you can see what you're doing there, and then backspace, and it'll put your photo back in. Now I'm going to switch over to Casey that I've been working on. Here's my Casey that I've been working on for a little while now. Like I said, it's pretty addictive. So I'm going to back this up to 100 or 50% so you can see. I'm going to make sure I select. You have to find, like if I click on a shape, it won't do the photo. I have to get my cursor into the photo and hit delete. And now you could start to see how this is becoming like those mosaics that we looked at in the introduction. So I'm going to spend a little while, I'll let you watch, backspace before I forget where the photo is. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to work on some sections here. So I was working on the blue over here, so I'm going to go to the polyline tool. And this background, I'm just filling in as I kind of feel I want it to be. I'm going to go to the blue, I think it's this, nope, it's this blue. Change the line and the shape to that color. Now, the polyline tool should, this goes a little bit faster once it learns what color you want to fill the space in with. See how it did that? I didn't have to fix it. I didn't have to change it. So it will do the last color. It'll just remember it. So if you're working on filling in a big space, that's good to know. So try and do your similar colors all at once. For example, so I feel like I'm done with the blue. This section over here is done. This, I'm going to fill this in, I think, with, no, I don't want it to be blue. I want, that's a different tone, so I think I want it to be maybe a little bit, it's a little bright. One of the, it'll remember the custom colors you've done, I think a custom color. So what is a custom color? So a custom color is, see this pillow down here? Let me give you an example. So let me break this down into a section and go around Casey's butt there a little bit. Go back here, 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 here. Okay, so a custom color, if I think that needs to be a little bit lighter perhaps, I can click up here and I can go to custom. Oops, here, custom, click on the word. And it will bring up a color picker for you. Move the white circle around if I want to go a little lighter, move it towards the lighter space. This is called a hex number, and they use this in professional like paint mixing and things like that to identify specific paints. So you're changing the hex number. You can change the hue of it. So by going up here, that changes, remember hue is color completely. And I won't get back to the same one. You can change the transparency of it even as well by playing around. This is a lot of fun. Click OK. It will change it. So now I want to match the border color. How are you ever going to remember what that hex number is? It saves it for you right there. So that is the custom color that I just did. Oops. See how I clicked and now it got stuck again? Ah! So go back to the select button. Okay. Now I've built in a little bit more. I'm going to back out of here. Let you see what I've done. Remember, click select, click on the picture, delete. You can see where you're at. And so I really need to start building in my pieces of my dog. This is very addictive. It's a lot of fun. It takes a little bit of time. This is a really good meditative project to work on. So, but basically with all those things, that's all you need. Keep going, have fun. If you find something new that adds to it, let me know. And happy Google drawing.